This is your boy Jin Gaming TV, and welcome back to another live video. We're steadily scrolling through the end game with a witch build that I am happy with and is performing nicely. We're still in the process of optimization. Some things here and there that need to be tweaked. There's still a lot of room for power left in this build. We're getting through low tier maps pretty easily. Not as efficient as I would like, but ultimately I am happy with the build, and it is a lot of fun. Looks like we already have some portals open, so we're going to check these out and see if I've completed the run on here yet. I think I did. Yeah, we've already completed this. One thing I want to go over is the fact that how crap the economy is lately. The economy for PoE 2 right now is just absolute shit. I mean, exalts, chaos prices are going for 20 to 30 exalts each, which is kind of insane. And the drop rate, I have yet to get a div, not once this season. Not one div drop. I've made 2 characters through this entire season, and with one of those characters, I made it all the way to mapping, made it to low end maps, and have been crushing low end maps, tier 3, 1 through 3 maps significantly, and the loot is just poop. I mean, there's no other way to put it. I think the economy needs some sort of rework. I think the div drop needs upgraded ever so slightly, because I feel like, you know, I see some of these other YouTubers and stuff like that to play this game, and they're getting div drops in abundance. But then again, you know, they're very late game, you know, running tier 10 through 16 maps at a constant rate, right? So, I mean, I feel like for the smaller man, the divination drop needs to be increased. I feel like through this character progression already, you should have at least got 1 to 2 div drops just naturally through playing the game, and that hasn't happened. I think the most valuable drop I've gotten so far was about 80 exalts, right? And we think about, you know, what the exalt rate is right now. That's only like 3 chaos orbs, right? And let's see what the going price is right now.
We need to collect more remnants.
Hail.
So we look at the going price during the currency exchange. So we go over here, we go over to, let's say, chaos orbs, and we want exalts. Right now you can buy one exalt. I mean 20 exalts for 1 chaos orb, right? And it fluctuates all the time, but it's usually between 20 to 25 exalts per chaos orb, right? So we go over here and we switch to, say we want chaos orbs. No, we want divination orbs. We have chaos orb, and it's 30 to 1 chaos. I mean, 1 to 30 chaos orbs. So if we wanted a div, we would have to pay out 30 chaos orbs, which is kind of doesn't make much sense. Welcome to the chat, guys, and thank you for the sub, and appreciate you guys. Thank you. Welcome to the stream. I hope you guys are enjoying yourselves. We're just going over the redundancy of the currency rate right now in Path of Exile. So, yeah, what I was saying is it's just not quite right. You know, in 30 chaos orbs for 1 divine, and furthermore, I see some of these guys that actually have like reasonable gear, right? And I'm not sure that they're aware of the market prices, right? And they get got hard. I mean, like I seen this guy that had all tier 1s and 2s on a whole inventory worth of rings and stuff that he had rolled out, I would imagine, because those would be really hard to find. So he actually worked hard to craft them, and he was getting little to nothing for them. He was asking anywhere from 40 to 80 Exalt orbs for them. So he was only asking 2 Chaos orbs when he could easily been asking for 10, 15, 20 Chaos orbs, right? I mean, would have been fair, right? Which would be short of a divine. Absolutely insane. And you know, a guy like me, it's like, yeah, you know, some people could say, well, you could just, you know, grab that up and throw it in your own inventory and hike the price up a little bit. And yeah, I mean, you could do that. But I mean, to me, I mean, when the majority of things are like this and you know that they shouldn't be this price, I would feel bad actually conducting myself in this manner, right? The whole time, you know. It's just to me, it makes no sense, you know. So, I mean, it is what it is. I mean, we get that out there, but I feel like it needs more rework. I feel like the economy, we need to do something with the economy so that it can level itself off a little bit, because how it sits right now is it just makes no sense. It makes no sense at all. I mean, for me specifically, getting all the way to tier 3, borderline tier 4 maps and not having zero divine drops or anything of real value at all drop out of just reasonable rares is just just seems ignorant to me. I think one of the most valuable things that I have in my inventory is this ring right here. This ring I rolled myself. It rolled out pretty well. This ring is also pretty reasonable, but ultimately, I would say this is my most valuable item right here. And I mean, you could probably, let me see, you'd probably get it easily a div out of this, at least 1 to 2 div. You know, because these stats are actually hard to come by, right? And this guy that I seen was actually had rings for days similar to this that were going for. He was putting, you know, 20 exalted price tags on them. Just silly. Just absolutely silly. You know. So, yeah, I just figured I'd get that out of the way. And, you know, put that out there and how I feel like the economy's going. I don't think it's doing so hot, man. And I feel like the people who have the most to benefit from it are the guy farming late end game, right? And it's just it doesn't look good for the smaller players and your casual players, right? Because especially the guys that aren't vetted into Path of Exile, they don't know, right? They don't know. They just throw a price tag on it and they go about their day. You know, a lot of them probably don't know about economy. Probably, you know, they just, you know, well, that looks okay, you know, and just go about their day. But really, they're losing out on a lot of currency. So, yeah. So anyway, we're going to get to it. We're going to do some more mapping, and hopefully we can get lucky because we are well overdue for something valuable. Oh my gosh. We don't need to press our luck anymore. We already got -6 to player resistances. I haven't played Fortnite in a while. It was something I used to play a while back, but as it sits right now, I don't play Fortnite. I used to have a Fortnite account, and then I let my kid take it over, and he changed it into his, and I had a lot of OG skins on it and stuff like that. I mean, I've had that account since probably like going on 5 years ago now, something like that. So whatever skins you could conjure up that you could buy, that was on there. Gugamon, Space Chimp, had a lot of the other ones too. A lot of skins. I had probably 40 or 50 different skins in there. I know some of you that have been following me since I made this build, you probably know I was having a problem with the mana burn, but we've seemed to resolve that. Unless we're taking heavy damage, it's not really a problem anymore. We're gonna find more ways as we progress in the late game to mitigate that fire damage that we're taking. Because when we go to get our third ascendancy, we're gonna definitely want to have more resistance to fire, because we're gonna be almost constantly ignited because we're always doing crits. And the dictation of that is if we deal a critical shot, we take ignited damage 15% to our maximum life. So we have a lot of fire mitigation, less ignite, duration, more fire resistance, things in that nature that are going to stop us from taking so much damage. And our armor that we have applies to elemental damage, will mitigate some of that as well. Well, not the burn damage, but it does the hit damage that we're seeing right now. Drastically reduces the damage that we take from that. Unfortunately, does not apply to damage over time. I feel like there's only one or two of these focuses that are valuable, so the odds of this being valuable are slim.
Ancient much power.
I don't even know that this counts as mana anymore. It's Infernal Flame, so that doesn't even really apply to us. Plus the thing is super cheap. You can get it for less than an Exalt Orb. And I tell you guys, you almost 100%, when you get to end game and you can afford to do so, you're gonna need magic find. You're gonna need item rarity find. You're gonna need all that, because as it sits right now, it's just crap. Like, if you don't have that stuff, you're not gonna get the good drops unless you just get horribly lucky.
To wield.
Yeah, this thing just obliterates bosses too. I'm really glad of the performance of it, man. It was a good call. And I know there's ways to make this DPS skyrocket. Like not running a shield is one way to do it. If you run a focus, because then you can get plus skills, more damage output. But what I had in mind was, late end game, and if you're going to be in the fray, you're definitely going to want some sort of defense, outside of just, regular armor and evasion and stuff. Continuous block, more block chance. Oh, that's a time warp. Gotta be careful. I think that's the first time I've actually ran into those, man. No. Those are dangerous, super dangerous. That also prevents recovery above 50 in his AoE. Sometimes even with, powerful builds, the best option that we can do is outsmart the opponent rather than brute force. Because sometimes brute force just doesn't work, And another thing too that I noticed, they need to lessen the mana modifiers that roll on these staffs. And what I mean by that is just lessen the chance that they're going to roll on the staff in general. Because these things, literally every other staff, unless you roll it out yourself, rolls out plus mana modifier. Which is, it just gets old. When there's so many other modifiers you could roll out. Why in the world would they just so frequently roll out mana modifiers? It's just dumb. I mean, I get it. It's a mage staff, but I mean, you got damage you could roll out. You got, all these other modifiers plus skill, just other things that that are more viable to roll out and more useful to roll out. Like these boots, man. Oh my gosh. These are actually good. Beautiful. Actually what we're looking for. Plus mana, life regen. These have more life regen though. And that percentage of armor applies to elemental damage is indispensable when it comes to this build. Martial attack speed and accuracy. Martial weapon, gloves, or quiver. Like if you're gonna roll out a Amazon build or that's Chuck Spears, you're definitely gonna want that accuracy rating. Whoa. Getting a little warm. Getting a little hasty there, bruh. And if you go with the staff that does consecrated ground, it does an ignorant amount of cast speed. That's the main stat you're gonna want on it. think mine has like plus 56 or something on there. So if you go to here, none of the damage modifiers matter because we're not using it for damage. But that cast speed, that 52% cast speed, that's where it's at. You're going to want the highest level consecrate you can get with the highest level cast speed you can get. Outside of that, nothing else really matters. The reduced attributes are really good, especially if you're not going to be an intel focused build. Like say you wanted to be strength or whatever else you wanted to be. This is a really good defensive option to give you more life regen. So you stack, and then you put this in your secondary and only use it on your secondary. So you turn this on, and then you would go into your skill panel like this and turn on consecrate only, always attacks without moving if you wanted to, or only using your secondary slot. And then right when you hit consecrate, like that, faster you can get that out with as much AoE as humanly possible. And take up the whole battlefield with consecrated ground. That's giving you, I believe it's another 5% increase on top of what you already have. Which doesn't seem like a lot, but trust me, it is. As you can see, this build is hella safe. And like I said before, you want to make sure that your spikes are overlapping. Get the most damage out of it when your spikes are overlapping. And this thing just melts. Don't worry about it. When your build's built like it should be, you don't have to worry about it. Big and strong. What is that? Since when? I think it has to do with the corrupt map being a corrupt map. Good, clean run.
So, this is the source of corruption in this region.
Unfortunately, guys, that's all I have for you today. So if you like this video, make sure you like, share, subscribe, and follow so you never miss a video. Hope you enjoyed the update. Until next time, it's been your boy Jin with Jin Gaming TV. Peace out.